Hello, welcome back to our channel. Today we give you a piece of breaking news from a royal commentator. The way Meghan Markle used Harry mercilessly just to achieve her goals. She was not from any tricks, commentator claims. I think perhaps the tense is wrong. Meghan is not using Harry. She has used him ever since their engagement. She has used him mercilessly to advance her own cause, to the total exclusion of Harry and his wishes, hopes, and desires. I do not for a moment believe that Meghan has ever asked Harry what he would like to do, or suggested they go somewhere of his choosing. When he put that diamond engagement ring on her finger, which of course wasn't good enough for her, so she had it changed and gave it even more Markle sparkle, she put a ring through his nose and she's been leading him by it ever since. If he has ever tried to break away, she pulled hard. He has learned it's not even worth trying anymore. To her, he is not her love, her husband, father of her son. No, to her, Harry is the other half of brand Meghan. Notice the name, not brand Harry or brand Harry and Meghan, even brand Meghan and Harry. It's brand Meghan because to her, that's all that matters. But however much she tries, however much she uses her title, she will never, ever be an A-list star. She may be world infamous, but she may get invited to all the red carpet events around the globe. She's just not going to make it to the top. In no particular order, she is rude on the set to staff. She is inconsiderate. She's a liar. She can't act. She has no idea how to behave in polite society, and has shown she has no interest in ever learning. She talks incessantly about herself, never listens to any advice, writes the most appalling word salad, and expects all of us to hear what she's saying. She jumps on any cause that's going, but has the staying power of a spent battery. One hit and she's on to something else. She preaches to us about the way we should all be living, and then jumps on private jets. She seeks privacy and spends $1 million a month on PR. She is despised for her social climbing and laughed at for her sense of superiority. She will never be amongst the greats of Hollywood, whatever she tries to do. She will never be a true A-list star, and because of her history, I doubt the stars themselves wouldn't want her there. Even if Harry used to have his appeal by his very association with Meghan, people don't want to know. Meghan doesn't seem to care either because she's only focused on the title and what it gives her. Another little problem for Meghan is that just Harry's popularity is dropping like a rock in water. Give it another 6 months of their woke nonsense and transparent self-promotion antics, and the only thing that will keep that pair from being pelted with rotten veggies is the security team. Support for Meghan Markle and Prince Harry is at an all-time low in Britain. This should be of concern to the Hollywood royals. How many of us remember when both Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were the darlings of the British public? Despite the Sussex squad's attempt to rewrite history, claiming that Meghan has always been hated by the racist British, the truth is this wasn't the case. Leading up to the royal wedding between Harry and Meghan Markle, the interest and love from the British people was massive. Of course, the palace had done a grand job of concealing the petulant, childish antics of the Sussexes at that stage, which obviously helped. Following them disrespecting the Queen by informing her of their intention to step away via email, the couple's public perception changed. Again, it was never hate, and it was certainly not based on Meghan's race. It was disappointment and anger at how readily they had accepted a publicly funded $40 million wedding, only to turn their backs on the people who had effectively funded both the wedding and their lifestyle. Now, the anger has passed and given way to rage. Meghan Markle covets many things, but her reaction is always top of the list. Meghan Markle may pretend to crave publicity, but for her, the spotlight is like oxygen. She cannot exist without it. Meghan and Harry's fans will undoubtedly pretend that the British public's support doesn't matter, but they know fine and well that it isn't true. The U.S. audience is still, for the most part, oblivious to the royal family, with the exception of the Queen. That is especially the case today when they have far more important matters to deal with, such as elections and a pandemic. Is Meghan Markle and what she's going to be producing for Netflix really a big deal? No, the Sussexes exist mainly in the minds of those familiar with the royal family, those who care about the goings-on behind palace doors. And it seems that such interest is even waning among that crowd. Watch as Good Morning Britain discusses the Sussex Netflix deal. A recent poll suggests that in the Sussex is quickly dropping. A YouGov survey conducted following the news about the Netflix deal has provided some interesting results. It would seem that 20% of respondents are not very interested, while 9% claim to be fairly interested. A whopping 64% declared themselves not interested at all. As for interest in the move, 3% expressed feelings of being very interested. That's right, 3%. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry need public support for their Netflix project to be a success. While many fans of the couple seem to believe that Netflix will just hand Prince Harry and Meghan Markle hundreds of millions of dollars now that the deal has been signed, they couldn't be more wrong. Much of the success of the project rests on viewing figures. To put it bluntly, if no one cares about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, then why would Netflix pay them millions of dollars? When I've claimed in the past that for someone like Meghan, public interest is her oxygen, I don't say that lightly. Without public interest, the former royals have nothing to bargain with, and with nothing to negotiate with, they're just another couple of pampered nobodies trying to live the dream. Another royal commentator also expressed this opinion. What do you estimate the Netflix deal is worth to Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex? Why? The Netflix deal was touted as being worth $150 million to Harry and Meghan, but they receive money only after their projects have been accepted by Netflix. And even then, the amount they receive as producers is dependent upon how popular their documentaries, shows, and children's programming are. Do Harry and Meghan have what it takes to write and produce? And being a producer takes tens of millions, which they don't have right now. So how are they going to bring a show or series to fruition? Even Daddy Charles cannot finance this deal, so where will they find the cash? But once secured, accepted, and loved, they could break even or a few million. Netflix uses an algorithm to determine what to pay for original content, and apparently they stick close to that number to protect their own interests. There's no risk for producers once the product is created because Netflix takes care of the publicity and distribution, and also all the advertising. That's huge because the Sussexes will not have to lose cash in that part of the process. They stand to make no money at all if their project fails. They could make a few million based on what I looked at Netflix. And if the Sussexes are really popular and successful and don't put their names on the project, then tens of million up to the max of around 100 million could be theirs. But this is incredibly unlikely. Earning over 10 million is rare. Maybe rare success will find the cash-hungry pair. Right now, the Queen is consulting with her specialists who are looking into the royal dealings with Netflix and cashing in on their royal titles. This might be the straw that breaks the camel's back. We will need to keep an eye on this. What is worth more to Harry and Meghan, their royalty or potentially tens of millions? A royal fan had this to say. I think Netflix will do all the work, and Harry and Meghan will be listed as executive producers in order to add the royal name to the production. Netflix will only produce features they think will be popular. The amount of input Harry and Meghan will have will be minimal. They don't deserve $100 million. They're just greedy and put money before family and friends, which is a very shallow existence. Well, they've left the royal family to become financially independent, so they are going all out to prove that they can. If that's so, then we as a country are no longer responsible for them. And that means the Duchy of Cornwall do not have any responsibility towards keeping them via Prince Charles. Her Majesty needs to take away the titles. They were given as an honor, not a cash machine. They will not have any draw in Hollywood without them. They should try and make it as Mr. and Mrs. Wales. If they have any talent at producing, it will show through. Another added, "It's not surprising, given the mega company the deal is and with the money involved. Even though Harry and Meghan know what they can and can't do, and most likely already had lawyers combing through the deal, the Queen's officials will want to go through it themselves to make sure that nothing's missed. To me, the officials have already been in communication with Harry and Meghan about any potential deals and projects they want to do." How about you? Do you agree about the way Meghan Markle used Harry mercilessly to achieve her goals? Please let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and share with your own followers. And as always, subscribe to our channel for all the latest news on the royal family, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry right here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.